Okay, good evening once again. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Tuesday, June 15th. Sorry about the date. I'll change it in just a second. So June 15th, we'll change it. Let me go ahead and make sure we have it on the screen. I know it's June 14th, but I will change it. So it is once again June 15th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also, if you want to come in video chat with us, you can do that through StreamYard. We will have those links out to you in just a second. So we'll be putting them out for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you want to come in and talk anything in the world of sports, if you want to be a guest on the show, you can do that. So let me go ahead and send those links out. You should be getting your links up in just a second. So for YouTube and Twitter, they're already out. So if you can just all you have to do is hit the buttons, and you'll be able to get in through the StreamYard. So let me go ahead and put this in. Okay, that's up in the screens. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter has the links. So let's go ahead and we'll go over some scoreboard update here on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So, and then we'll go over some news. I'm going to put the share the screens. Okay, let's go over some baseball games going on tonight here on this Tuesday even. So I'm going to go ahead and go through those scores. Okay, MLB scores up on your screen. You'll see them. Okay, Cubs and Mets tied up at 2. That's in the top of the fourth. Also in the bottom of the fourth, it is Nationals on top, 6-0. Runner at third and 2 outs for the Washington Nationals. Also, the Yankees and Mets tied up at 2. The Indians and Orioles tied up at 1, bottom 4. Runner at second and nobody out for the Orioles. Also, it is, we scroll down. Boston on top, 5-0. Bases all loaded for the Boston Red Sox in that game. Also, bottom 1, it is Milwaukee has a runner at first, 2 outs, no score in that one. Also, top 1, bottom 1, it is Detroit on top, 1-0. Bottom 1, Chicago and Tampa Bay scoreless. Also, bottom 1, Rangers and Astros scoreless. And also, bottom 1, Cardinals and Marlins scoreless as well. Also, other games going on tonight. Padres and Rockies, Angels and Athletics, Giants and D-backs, Mariners and Twins, and also Dodgers and Phillies. That will be later on this season. Okay, let's give you an update on the NHL Stanley Cup semifinals, game 2. It is New York and Tampa Bay scoreless. That's in the first period. Also, basketball tonight. Let's give you an update on this one. So I'm going to pull this up. Okay, Milwaukee will take on Brooklyn. That'll be at 7:30, just about 5 minutes from now. Game will take place. So let's give you a WNBA scoreboard update. So I'm going to go through those WNBA scores with you. Okay, let me put that up on the screens. Okay, it is Storm on top, 61-51. Chicago will take on Minnesota. That will be at 8 p.m. And also Liberty will take on the Aces at 9 o'clock out in Las Vegas. That's in the WNBA. And so it looks like we got most of the scores. Also, final score from the European Championship. France wins 1-0. That was on a goal by France. So France wins 1-0 in that game. Also, incident at the France and Germany game. Parachuting protester injured several people flying into the match. So it looks like that was some kind of protest going on at the France and Germany game. Also in the Europe Championship, it is Portugal winning 3-0 in that game. That was in the full-time period. So that's what happened in basketball and so sports here. So let's see. We'll see what's happening. Looks like we'll go over some news headlines. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to switch it over to see what's happening on Tampa Bay Rays. Tyler Glasnow blames MLB crackdown on foreign substance for his injury. So it looks like he is taking blame at the Major League Baseball for his substance. He was diagnosed with a torn urocolateral ligament that's a tender strain. So that's what they're discussing in this article. So I'll be honest with you, Luck. Look, there's nobody to blame in Major League Baseball and stuff like that for those substances and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, look, injuries does happen in Major League Baseball. It doesn't matter if it's NBA or NFL or college football. Look, you're going to have these injuries. I mean, you can't blame it on substance. If he was taking that substance, then he probably has to blame himself for what he did. So that's kind of a topsy-turvy situation when it comes down to it. So once again, he said, this is what he said in this quote, I am choking the shit out of my pitches. That's what he was saying. So that's kind of, like I said, that was just a tip of it. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. And we'll click this out and we'll go over another news headline here on ESPN. Okay, Derek Carr says he has no desire to leave the team. So that's what this article is discussing from Paul Gutierrez. You can reach him at ESPN. I'll probably quit football if I have to play somewhere else. So that's what he's saying. Looks like he wants to stay in Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure if it's viable, then I think he should stay in Las Vegas. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, what else we have? Okay, with some plays didn't go our way. Tua Tagovailoa opened Dolphins minicamp with 5 interceptions and film to study. Yes, I think he should study those films because look, what he was playing last year, he was kind of rusty and stuff like that. So hopefully he can get his play a lot better. So I think they're depending on him to clean up his mess and stuff like that. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, what else we have? I talked about this just about a second ago. We'll skip. John Rain says he wishes he has been vaccinated sooner. Confident U.S. Open prep despite a short turnaround. So that's what they're just saying in this article. So I kind of agree with this. What he's saying, he should have absolutely got his vaccination sooner rather than later because look, they're going to require it in any sport you play, whether it's football, whether it's baseball. They're going to have that requirement that you are vaccinated. They're gonna tell you to prove that you're vaccinated. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. See what else we have. Okay, U.S. Soccer president on equal pay make up the difference in FIFA money is untenable. So that's what they're saying in this article. So I'm kind of, which she says, Cindy Paulo Combs said on Tuesday regarding the equal pay lawsuit filed by the players of the women's soccer team, asking the federation to make up the difference in the FIFA prize money. So I think absolutely they should be paid equally than men. Because look, the men, look, sure, they go into these tournaments, they finish maybe second, third, and they drop out of these tournaments. But the women go all out. So I think the women should be absolutely paid more equally than the men. I mean, that's just my opinion. So once again, this is from ESPN. Jeff Carlisle is the writer. You can follow him at ESPN.com. Okay, USGA says no to drama, won't pair golfers Brooke Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau in the U.S. Open. So it looks like they will not have any drama going on at the U.S. Open. So that's I think that's pretty good news right there when it comes down to it, because these two has been at it and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be good. So I think it for the sport, but like I said, it's just a start. So it's from ESPN. Let's see what else we have. All right, let's put this up on the screen. Okay, golfer arrested after attacking fellow player on the course during a Corn Ferry Tour qualifier event. Police says Wichita Open at on the Corn Ferry Tour. A golfer attempted the allegedly attacked another player during qualifying on Monday, according to police. Newton, Kansas, Luke Smith from Covington, Kentucky, punched the victim in the face and tackled him during the qualifier at Sand Creek Station golf course. So, who's in here? Let's see. So it looks like all right, yeah, center. Yeah. Okay. Let's once again I had to set up a message, so I'm gonna go ahead and reset this. Okay, yeah, that's what they was talking about in this article. He helped the victim down. So I look at it this way: the young man, Luke Smith, should have never, and I mean never, attacked another golfer. This is a part out of that movie with Adam Sandler and stuff like that, when he was attacking Bob Barker and all that, and That was stupid. So, like I said, the young man, he should deserve to be punished for what he did, because that's stupid. What you do, it's not only, like I said, hurting your reputation, but it's also hurting the tour's reputation as well. So I think what he did was absolutely just inexcusable behavior by Luke Smith from. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. So, okay, it is 6-2 Bucks on top. That game's going on in the first, so the game just got underway. Also, the Cubs tied up at 2 in the middle of inning number 5. So that game's going on as we speak. So we will move along, and we'll go over to another sports site called Fansider. We'll go to Fansider. So I'm going to switch it and go over to the Fansider site. Pull it right here. Okay, Fansider website devoted to sports for the fans and stuff like that. Okay, let's go through some articles here on Fansider. Okay, whiteboard, who wins each 2-2 playoff series. That's what they're asking in this article. This is from Gerald Borges. That's BOURGUT. You can follow him at Gerald Borges on Fansider. Also, Kevin Durant steal momentum from the Bucks? I'm pretty sure he can. Also, Mike Conley injury looms as the Clippers turn the tide. So it looks like Mike Conley's injury was is definitely being is detrimental. Also, 76ers shouldn't be too worried. So that's what they're discussing. And other news out of the NBA whiteboard. With Denver ousted from the playoffs, can you expect 3 Nuggets on 3 new teams next year? I'm pretty sure it most likely will be. Also, Miami Heat's in the mix as well, and also the Nets as well. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. That's fansider.com. And let's see. We talked about Chris Paul. We got it at a time. Okay, let's okay, Raiders mucky future, Russell Wilson talk, NFL power rankings, and more. So let's go through this article. This is called Inside Stack the Box. You can these are articles coming out from Fansider every single week. So that's what they're these are your power rankings, top 10 teams of all time in the NFL. St. Louis Rams, Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints was in the top 3. Also, Indianapolis Colts back in 2009. They lost the Super Bowl, but won 14 games. Also, the St. Louis Rams back in 2001. They had Marshall Faulk, the greatest show on turf. Also, back in 2006, the Indianapolis Colts finished 12-4. They had 5 Pro Bowlers. Also, the Atlanta Falcons back in 1998 lost the Super Bowl. That was the first. They had first team domes in Super Bowl. Also, 2016 Atlanta Falcons had Matt Ryan as an MVP. They lost that Super Bowl. And also, number 9 is the Houston Oilers back in 1979, winning the AFC. 6 Pro Bowlers. And also the Arizona Cardinals back in 2015 winning the NFC championship game, and 7 Pro Bowlers. Also, quotes from these are quotables. Julio Jones returns from injury with his expectations in 2021. Also, random stats: Cincinnati Bengals have a longest drought of not drafted first team all pros. Also, Von Miller and were closest competition. Also, Russell Wilson made it clear he's happy in Seattle, so that's what they're discussing. Also, the Dolphins keep young core intact, and also Le'Veon Bell's poor decision, talking about Andy Reid. Also, Cruz mini camps, so all 26 mini camps are open as we speak. Also, extra history lesson. Birthdays of both Vince Lombardi and Joe Montana was on June 11th. Also, 2 cents. Seattle's Sam Darnold was the most notable Washington football. Montell Sweat was also the with unwanted headlines. Also, inside the league, Philadelphia's Zach Ertz still on the items, and also history lessons about Monday Night Football, and also parent shots. That's what they're discussing in this. Just I don't know. Okay, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, Joel Embiid tells crowd to shut the F up. So that's what they was talking about. Joel Embiid had some choice words for Atlanta fans, booing him in Game 4 against Atlanta. So that was something right there. Joel Embiid. This is the quote. You don't need to expert lip reader to explain what Joel Embiid was saying to the crowd at State Farm Arena. So he had some words for the fans. Frustrated Joel Embiid cursing the Atlanta crowd. So that was what happened in that game last night. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, 2021 first and second all defensive teams just came out. Rudy Gobert's on that list, followed by Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, former Pelicans. So congratulations to him. Got to the first team. Also, Giannis as a first team as well. We'll go to the second team. Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Joe Embiid, Marcus Thibault was also mentioned, and also Kawhi Leonard was mentioned as well for the NBA who got snubbed. Mikal Bridges got snubbed. That's one of them got snubbed, and also Clinton Capella. Also honorable mentions: Alex Caruso, Miles Taylor, and Marcus Smart. were honorable mentions. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. All right, what else we need to talk about? Okay, let's see what else. Looks like we covered most of what happened on here. Okay, I'm going to talk about Alabama's two breakout stores. Okay, Alabama's breakout stores for 2021, one on defense, one on offense. So that's back in 2021. So these Bryce Young is one of them on the center. So he probably will be a breakout star for the Alabama Crimson Tide this year. So that's what they're going to what they're going to have. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, I talked about the Houston Astros. Okay, why Chiefs are moving Chris Jones to defensive end. That's what they're talking about in this article. Why Chris Jones is moving to a defensive end. So this is from John Bueller. You can reach him at Fansider. Go to fansider.com. So why they're moving Chris Jones to defensive end. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. All right, what else we have? Patrick Peterson reacts to Danielle Hunter's new deal with the Vikings. So it looks like some reaction from Patrick Peterson. So Patrick Peterson saying, let's go. That's LEGGOOO. So that's what he's saying in this tweet. Also, Vikings, Patrick P. collected about his restructuring contract. So I think it's an absolute well-deserved contract for Danielle Hunter. In his year, he had 70 total tackles, 15 for loss. He had 22 quarterback hits. He also had 14 sacks. He also had 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. So I think it's an absolute well-deserved contract for Patrick, for Danielle Hunter. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. All right, see what else we got here. All right, let's go over to this article. Okay, this is from Shane Nielsen. Oklahoma's Big 12 defensive lineman arrested on DWI and larceny charges. So it looks like one of the Oklahoma players are definitely in trouble with the law. Unfortunately, Isaiah Thomas was arrested on DUI and petty larceny. So it looks like I said, he needs to grow up and be a productive player for Oklahoma. Last season, he had 7.5 sacks, He also had tackles for loss and stuff like that. I mean, why? Like I said, why put your career in jeopardy if you because you want to go drink and drive and stuff like that? I mean, that's not worth um, giving up your career. So he's going to have to learn the hard way. I mean, look, a DUI is a very serious offense. It costs you money and stuff like that. So to be honest with you, look, I don't feel a bit sorry for him, but he made a mistake, but he has to learn to accept his consequences when it comes down for his actions. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. That's fansided.com. See what else we can discuss. Coach Happles congratulate the Tennessee baseball team for making the College World Series. So this is came out today. So he congratulated them making the College World Series. So that's great, great for Coach Happles to say that. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Let's see what else we have. Okay, Alabama season opener versus Miami marks the end of an era for the Crimson Tide. So that's probably that's going to be this year. So it's that's going to be a much home and home series with the Miami Hurricanes. So with these two Power 5 teams, stuff like that. So that's probably going to be the tip of the norm. Look for Alabama to win neutral site games before Miami is do away with the home and home series. So that's once again, this is from Fansider. To go to fansider.com. Let's see what else we have to discuss. Looks like not much on Fansider, so we're gonna switch over. And we're gonna go over to the SB Nation. So I'm gonna go over to SB Nation. Okay, SB Nation on the screen. So I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Simone Biles is better than and the world is in trouble. So that's what they're talking about Simone Biles. She's a better gymnast. So she'll display her talent at this year's Summer Olympics. So hopefully, Alec Raymond was presented as a grizzled veteran. She competed in 2016. She's now 24, so she's probably going to be one of the top gymnasts going into the 2021 Olympic Games, which will be this year. Last year it wasn't due to the coronavirus, but she's also on the cover of Glamour. So this athlete, I wish this young athlete the best of luck in her endeavors. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. Okay, what else we have? Okay. YouTuber, TikToker is the biggest hotspot for the new generation. So it looks like this is called Battle of the Platforms. This was last Saturday on the 12th. The YouTuber versus the TikToker. So that was this was last Saturday. So that event went most likely pretty well. So these are your um, um, results. Eric Maroon defeated Bryce Hall. Also, Ian Essen Give versus ended up in a draw. Also, Vinny Hacker wins over DJ. Also, DDG wins over Nate Wyatt, and also Fade Jarvis defeating Michael Lee, and also let's see, Landon McBroom defeating Ben Aislet, and also Randy Johnson defeating Kale Sausage. That's S Sausage. That's SARGE. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. So let's see what else we can discuss. Okay, Kawhi Leonard. This came out. Kawhi Leonard saves the biggest for the NBA playoffs. So it looks like Kawhi Leonard on making some news in the article. This is one of the videos that they showed last night. This is from the Utah game.
Kawhi makes his move. Oh, wow! A major Kawhi lights. Oh my goodness! Put a frame on that poster. Shoot. Kawhi makes his move. Oh!
Absolutely, that was a one-handed dunk by Kawhi Leonard last night in that game versus Utah. That was, I'll be honest with you, that was just that was just an absolute highlight to see. Once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. Okay, what else we have? Okay, Stephen Smith is turning to broadcasting. In the NFL is not ready, so it looks like he will be in the booth this year. For the I think he's going to be probably for the national booth, or probably be in the booth for the local broadcast. So I wish him the best of luck, Steve Smith. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. Okay, the Olympics want to make sure athletes use free condoms for socially distanced sex only. That's what they're planning. So if they're doing that in those dorms and stuff like that, that's what they want them to do. They want them to use condoms and stuff like that to be protected. I mean, that's a serious topic. I mean, sure, the Olympians, I mean, what they'll do, they do stuff with their time. I mean, that's their business and stuff like that. I mean, it's not in the public eye or anything. So, so once again, that's what they're talking about with the Olympics, using having free condoms and socially distanced If they're doing sex on there, it's going to be socially distanced. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to sbnation.com. See what else we can discuss. Looks like not much on SB Nation. So we will go ahead and move along. It looks like we're been on for about 40 minutes. So if you have any, like I said, if you want to come and be a guest, come on down. The StreamYard links are posted in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You know, come in and talk anything in the world of sports. That's that is completely up to you. Or if you want to come in ready to go chat, that'll be fine. So we'll go over some Twitters, and then we'll wrap this up. So we'll put the Twitters up on the screen. Okay, the tweets are up. So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna see what's happening in the tweets tonight. Okay, we just talked about the all NBA teams. As this came out from Sham, all NBA team 2021. Giannis is on the first team. Steph Curry is on the first team. Luka Doncic is on the first team. And Nikola Jokic and Kawhi Leonard. Second team will be Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Joe Embiid, Julius Randle, LeBron James. Also, Kyrie Irving on the third team. Bradley Beal, Rudy Gobert, and also Paul George. Once again, follow Sham on Twitter, Sham Charina. Okay, let's go through some more stuff. See what else we can discuss before we head on out of here tonight. Okay, we just talked about the first teams. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, April 13 home run leader, also designated for assignment. So it looks like let's see what this player is. So we'll go to that article. So I'll switch it over and we'll go to that article. Okay, designated catcher Wilson Ramos, Bo Boros, Will Peralta, Miguel Del Poe. More covering this post. So that's what they're discussing in this article. So it looks like Wilson are up for assignments. So that's in the minor league level with the Detroit Tigers. So once again, this is from MLB Rumors. Go to MLB Rumors. We'll play it when we come back. So I'll play it back in just a minute. So we're gonna pull this out, and we're gonna okay. Let's put this up on the screen. Okay. You are giving a 10-game suspension for cheating, but you give the Astros no suspension at all. Yeah, that's kind of not fair or something like that. I think it's just absolutely this. They should have gave the Astros suspension too, because it goes both ways. It definitely goes both ways. If they was caught cheating, they should absolutely forfeit their World Series title back in 2017. Because look, if one of them does it, and then the other guy gets punished for it, it's a problem. So once again, this is from MLB Fox Sports. Follow them at Fox Sports. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up tonight. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back on tomorrow. We'll be back on maybe hopefully in the morning, hopefully in the evening. We'll do it in the evening. So we will be back. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.